Welcome to this week's edition of Metal Machine Video on metalmachine.net. We're here in New York City with Jayson from Origin. They're playing in New York City with 1349. Jayson, what's going on? What's happening?
Just pounding our way through the tour, going across the country, ducking the snow as much as possible. You know, on this great package, Chaos Raids 2015, and here we are, back again.
Yeah, man, you guys are like on the last leg of the tour now. So how's the tour been going? How have the fans been reacting? You're touring on Omnipresent, your latest CD. We'll talk about that in a bit. So how's the fan reaction with the band and stuff?
Oh, it's been great. Every night. I mean, the great thing about this tour is how mixed a bag it is of kind of bands. It's you know, the death metal side kind of with us and Abysmal Dawn, and the black metal with 1349, and Wolfhammer's a little bit of both. So it's been really cool, and people have been digging it. So
yeah, it seems like a lot of the tour packages are changing it up a little, man. Trying to bring some people in for them probably haven't seen Origin, or you know, people maybe Origin fans that haven't seen 1349, or you know, vice versa and stuff like that. So you guys are getting a mixed reaction or a good reaction with a lot of the fans.
Yeah, absolutely. You never really want to limit yourself. You know, you don't want to, you know, you play the same, you know, 5 straight up death metal bands every year, you know, and then you're just going to get the same group of people every time, you know. Sometimes you want to open it up and, you know, see who maybe would just be like, oh, well, that's new, okay, and maybe change people's minds or open people's minds or whatever.
Yeah,
so,
change it up a little bit, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, a little more exposure. So you guys are touring with was it Omnipresent? Your latest CD came out last year. Talk a little bit about the CD for maybe people who aren't familiar with Origin, their sound, your sound, and stuff like that.
It's our newest album. It's the first one that I'm on, singing, writing, whatever. And I don't know. It's
Origin.
It's Origin. I mean, it's anybody that's been following the band for a while. I mean, it strays a little bit from the path of, you know, the reputation of just being rapid fire typewriter drums, death metal. You know, so it's a little bit more experimental or atmospheric or whatever in some parts, but people have been digging it, and we've been having a good time with it.
So does the band like to write on tour, or is it something that you guys have to, like, you know, be at home or be, you know, in a sedate place and just get pen to paper and then start writing and stuff like that?
We always have the best intentions of writing on tour, but we always also have the best intentions of drinking on tour, so it never really happens.
They don't mix well, right?
No. And you know, we all live as far as physically possible away from each other in the States. You know, Paul lives in California, me and John live in New York, and Mike lives in Kansas, so we couldn't be further away from a practice jam session, you know. So
can't call up and go, hey man, meet me down the street in about 5.
No, not at all. So it's, you know, we have to do the Skype route and sending files back and forth, but it works out pretty good, I think. You know, keeping each other separated keeps us from hating each other, I'm sure, and you know, so
it's all good like that, right?
So we just wait on Paul. Paul, right, you know, does his thing, sends us to John, and just goes from there.
So, you know, one of the things I noticed about the band, it's a little quirky. I don't know if it's still the situation, but you guys don't have a website. What's the purpose of that, or do you know why that is?
I don't know.
It's something that trolls around on the internet once in a while. Like, Origin doesn't have a website. What's up with that?
Do bands still have websites? I don't know. I haven't been to a band. I haven't been to CannibalCorpse.com in a while. I don't know. Is it still up and running? I mean, the Facebook thing serves our purpose well enough. I've come to realize that the problem with Origin is the band name is it's a little you know, you go and you'll
find a lot of stuff that when you put up Origin, right?
You look for cattle decapitation, you'll get cattle decapitation. When you get Origin, like
or Cannibal, like you said, right?
You get a lot of different things that aren't necessarily related to us, like all the DJs or video game companies or other things that I get emails for almost every day. So our web presence is maybe not the best, but I guess that's something we should work on. But I don't know. We're all old men that don't give a shit about that stuff. So like we just, you know, we have the Instagrams and we have the Twitters, but we don't really use them. Because fuck it, I don't know, we're old.
You got to have it just to have it, right?
It's there if you want to check it, facebook.com/origin and something/origin. So it's there if you want it. Do a little research, put a little effort in.
Right. So like when people want to go order your stuff, I guess, you know, Amazon.com, and go over there and just grab the albums when they want them, right?
Sure. Nuclear Blast, Amazon, Agonia if you're in Europe. Get it off of eBay, download it. I don't care.
You know. Steal it from your friend, whatever it is.
And you know.
So let me ask, touring now. At the end of this tour, you guys are finishing up. What are the plans for Origin, if you know right now?
We're going to Mexico in March. I know that much, for about a week, and then for 4 or 5 day shows down there. We're doing Maryland Death Fest in May. we're doing a Bay Area Death Fest in San Francisco in July, and there's another tour coming up in September in the States that'll be pretty big that hasn't quite been announced yet. So.
Right. Okay.
But it's another, big boys, international death metal lineup.
Big super death. That's something.
One of those. We're trying to build it up as like another, knockoff festival tour, festival tour run or whatever. Okay. So we'll see what happens.
Alrighty. So let me ask. Origin's been around a little bit. What do you think about the state of metal music that's in the States right now?
It ain't like it used to be, obviously, but it's chalk it up to the internet for creating. I mean, it's a double-edged sword. You build new fans. You have new kids getting into it and learning shit from the YouTube and becoming maniacs on whatever instrument just from that. So, and that's good in one way, but another way, you lose the grueling, killing yourself in the basement for years on end just trying to figure things out from albums type scenario. But it's good and bad. I kind of gave up on the new state of the internet, of the metal world. Once I found out that Brujeria weren't really Mexican drug dealers, I just kind of, the dream is dead. The dream was dead at that point. So.
Right. So where do fans find you? Being that Origin doesn't have a website, on the online presence, like what's the Facebook or something like that?
Facebook.com/Origin. I guess we got lucky with that one. So
you grabbed that one really quickly, right?
Yeah. Before like the creationists or whatever get in, they're our greatest enemy.
They must love you guys, right? So what do you want to tell the fans?
Come out to a gig. We'll see you around. Buy the album. Hail Space.
All right. Jayson from Origin here in New York City. Not really caring about Origin, the website, or anything like that, and that's cool. Catch them at your town, at your city. Buy the new album, Omnipresent, at your record store, or download it somewhere, or grab it on Amazon.com, somewhere online.
Make your own copy if you want. Make your own version. I don't care.
Yeah, something like that. Just have it, right? Yeah, there you go. Thanks so much, Jayson. Continued success.
Cheers, man. Thanks.